particular problem.
Thinking with creativity.
Yes. Please go up and look up design thinking when I finish today. I want each and every one of you to look up design thinking, how to creatively, how to differently look at a problem. There are only so many solutions. I will walk only this path. Does not work. Right? So look at your problem creatively. Think out of the box. Do things people have not done. Just because it's working until now does not mean it will work in the future. अब तक ऐसे ही चलता. अरे हाँ भाई, अब तक ऐसे ही चलता आ रहा है. But the world is changing, right? Can we look at it differently? Yes. The last one, and I keep saying it again and again. Can't tell you guys enough how important data is today. Every time we make a point, you need backup. It has to be data driven. And for you to be able to work with data, you need to be able to look at data, clean data, get the right data to make a case. Right? To be able to solve a problem, you will need, until now this has happened. Bolto, from where have you gotten until now? It's data, right? So please, please, please look at data driven thinking and not saying, I heard, someone said, so and so mentioned, I saw on Instagram, I saw on LinkedIn, I saw on so. Nobody is taking this. We want purely data backed decisions out here today. Nobody wants to think in the air. Right? How many of us are introverts? Yeah? How many of you think introvert has anything to do with working with people? Does introversion have anything to do with working with people? Yes, no?
It creates difficulty while interacting.
Okay.
While asking questions or while...
But we are working, no? Who's telling you to chill with that person during lunch? No. The person needs something, I am giving. It's very professional. You don't have to, this whole mindset that if you're an introvert, you can't work with teams, right? I don't want to make small talk. I don't want to be your best friend. I am very happy where I am, or whatever is your version of introversion in the brain, right? That has nothing to do with being able to work in a team. Working in a team is, yes, communication, right? It is also sometimes, if everybody is in the team is talking, who's listening? Who's listening? Introverts. So, it's great to have introverted people also in the team. And introverted people does not mean you are not team players. Please understand. Right? So, stop doing this whole thing of I am introverted and I can't work in a team. Teamwork is a necessity. We are not looking at individual contributors only. ICs are very important. Okay? In any role, we are looking at ICs. We are looking at individual contributors. But at the end of the day, even that individual contributor should be able to work with the team. May not be their own team, somebody else's team. Now, you can't go to Antarctica and sit by yourself and say, I'm not working with anybody, no? Even if you go there to survive, you have to work with people. Right? So, there is no way you can get rid of teamwork. What is empathy?
Understanding of the situation. Thinking from other person's point of view.
That is sympathy, no?
Keeping yourself in their place.
Yes.
Thinking from other point of view.
Yes. Putting yourself in their feet is empathy. I see what you feel versus I feel what you feel. The day you feel what the other person feels, you will be less judgmental of that person. Otherwise, you're so busy judging. Like my daughter and I keep talking, judgy judgerson karke, yeah. We're so busy judging people, we're so busy judging the environment around us. The minute you put yourself in that person's feet, right, there's a different level of empathy that plays. Right? There's a different level of dynamics that happen in that room. Right? There's a different level of wanting to be together and wanting to make things happen together because all of us are working towards the same goal. Right? Ability to work with diverse personalities. Which world are we in today?
Diverse.
Very diverse world. This diverse world has people from all genders, all backgrounds, all cultural difficulties, not difficulties, culturally, more savvy people, not savvy, geographies, different geographies. The ability to be able to work with culturally diverse or people from diverse backgrounds comes from, a large part of it comes from, all of us are humans. At a very, very, very base level, we are all humans, right? What I want as a human versus what they want or she wants or he wants as a human can't be different. How different can I be? The way I put across may be different, right? The way I communicate might be different. But all of us are humans right at the core, right? So it can't be very different when you're working in a team. Being respectful in a team, managing, ensuring that you're on time in a team, being there for your teammates and not letting them down, not putting your hand up each time like a front bencher, respecting that somebody is already talking, not cutting them off. Difficult? No, not difficult. But how many times have you all gone through it? Where all classmates are only cutting each other out? Yeah? Yeah? Classmates, family, talking over each other. Happens, right?
Yes.
Is this how harmonious teams work?
No.
Does that show teamwork?
No.
Do I want people in my team who are bickering around like that?
No.
Clearly no. Hell no. Okay? So, when we are looking at people, what are the skills that we are looking at when we are looking at people who are, whom we are hiring in early careers? People who can work, not individual contributors. Well, in early careers, especially when you're starting your journey, you will have to work with people. Right? You will have to learn from people. You will have to fail to be able to understand what is happening, and it's okay. Who is expecting you to be the best? That pressure that I have to prove, bring it down. You're from the early careers bit. Nobody's expecting you to know everything. Right? Oh, do you wait to be told or do you want to start? Do you start yourselves? Very important, guys. I can't tell you how important this is. The ability to be able to grow, raise your hand and get stuff. Very important. That also includes reliability. Or hey, don't go take on work and not do it. Huh? Please. If you raise your hand, take on work, you volunteer, you tell your teammates, I also want, please deliver. Please don't come back and, अरे ये तो मेरा काम ही नहीं था, मैं वही था मेरा काम, but I went, I tried to help, it didn't work out, so I left it. बोलता, tell somebody and leave. How can you just leave? Like we were talking just some time back, at a lot of students from here also volunteer. The problem is, if you volunteer, that is also a role that you've taken up. You have to deliver it. Right? Just because you raise your hand and you're not liable to it does not mean you don't complete it. That's not okay. So reliability is very, very important, and it's a small world, people. People talk to each other, mentors talk to each other. If you're from the law world is very small. If you're from psychology, the psychiatry world is very small. Word does get around. You make a reputation by being reliable. Right? Accountability and responsibility. You've taken it on, you deliver, no questions asked. How many of you have taken on stuff and not delivered it? I have. I really couldn't. Anybody else? Not on time. But did you tell the person? Did you communicate? Yes. That is a very important thing. A lot of times we get delayed. Right? Don't tell people after you're delayed. Right? It's a 1 week project. You have 5 working days. On Wednesday, you know you're going to get delayed. There is no way you can submit it on Friday. If you know on Wednesday, why not tell that person, yeah? Why will you wait till Friday to tell that person, today I'm not going to deliver? What joy? Tell it on Wednesday. Tell the person, okay, here's, I'm giving you a heads up. I thought I could deliver it by Friday. I am not able to deliver it by Friday. There will be a delay, and can we look at a submission on Tuesday? Everybody around is very taken care of. You're not very wanting to go and tell it to your managers and all. Email. Send out an email. You don't want to do confrontation? It's okay, I hear you. Send out an email saying that, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to deliver it as promised. This is the reason. Data has not come. I have not been able to crunch. The work is a lot more than I thought. Now, to ChatGPT will also phrase it for you. And please don't copy the bit wherein it says, do you want me to change it? The number of messages I get is amusing. Ki I didn't get through the process. I would like to apply to the organization. I'm very, very motivated by the kind of excellent work you do. Blah, 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 blah. Dr. Reddy's does this great work. They are into this. Do you want me to change it? I'm like, dude, I don't want you to change it. Feel free to change it. Yeah? Be a little cognizant, no? Be there when you're doing all this. But having said that, let people know in advance. Taking responsibility is very, very, very important at this stage, right? Own your work, right? Get delayed, it's okay. Nobody, I'm sure your manager, don't make it a habit. That's not what I mean. One-off time, understanding, all that is there. Each time you keep going back saying, I won't give, the manager will also like, dude, pehle hi pata tha na, to kai ko nahi bole. Right? Reliability. Once I give you something, especially you are not told and you want to raise your hand. Honestly, so when we have interns, right? Like I was telling you, every year we have these management intern, technical interns and all that. I look for people who raise their hand to do work. Because I know when they come and join my team also eventually, they will look at more work. They will be more curious. They will get more work done. Right? At least that hunger in the belly is there. इतना नहीं कि मुझे इतना ही दिया था मैं इतना ही करूँगा और इससे ज़्यादा नहीं सीखूँगा. Then they don't learn also, right? With that kind of attitude. So it's very important to take initiative and own it up. I can't tell you how important it is to own your work, to own things. As simple as if you've taken up a course, finish it. You don't like it. You are in the final year. Hey, finish it. Who is asking you to pursue it eventually maybe? It's a degree under your belt. No number of degrees are less. It's okay. Yeah, as soon as you join, you understand it's not the right course for you, feel free to change. I'm not like, there's no judging on that. But पूरा का पूरा कर लिया final year में जाके नहीं, I don't want to complete बोले तो. Like how does it make sense to be spending X number of years and just putting it away for just 6 months? Doesn't make sense, no? How does one stand out? How many of you have done unpaid internships so far? How many of you have done paid internships? Not unpaid. Paid internships. Okay. Unpaid. How many unpaid? Raise your hand straight. Let the rest of them also see. You can turn around and see. Why haven't the others not done it? Why haven't you done internships? You don't want to know what industry is offering? Why? Loudly. I want answers from people who have not done it. And it can be any answer saying, I didn't want to get up early and go. Okay. My parents are not happy with me going and working. Okay. I didn't feel the need to go and work for somebody free of cost. I think I need to be paid. Then.
In mathematics, there are no internships.
You have jobs eventually in mathematics? Eventually, after you finish your mathematics? Teaching fields, okay. Have you gone and tried to be a TA? Have you gone and told your professor, I'll come and work for you for free. I will do whatever you want.
For teacher in school.
You worked for teacher in school. That is an unpaid internship only, no? Yeah? Huh?
Then we did unpaid internship.
I'm sorry?
Okay. If you're saying it like that, then we did an unpaid internship then.
You did? Where?
In the school.
In school? No, not like that. When you are in college and you go back to your school to do it. Not when you are in college and when I'm school only, I'm working for my teacher. You don't work. That is paid labor. Unpaid labor, sorry. All of us do it. No. Once you've passed out, you go back and teach at school. That is what it is. All of you are lawyers?
No.
What do you guys do?
Psychology.
Psychology? Psychology. B.Ed.
Law.
Law. Law to every semester you have to intern. Yes. Every semester. There is no two way. Every year, no. Every semester. Every half year. Right? Okay. The rest of you, why? Why not interning? Why are people not interning out here? Why are you not raising your hands? How many holidays do we have every year? No one got holidays. Come Indian education system. Show me which college. I'm coming to the college to know. Forever, when we reach out to any college, they're saying children are on holidays. They are on break. Indian holiday system. You have a lot of holidays. It is up to you to get the opportunity to go and intern. If it means you have to network, if it means you have to tell your parents to ask, if it means you have to reach out to your mentors and ask, if it means you have to have mentors to enable this, please do that. What's stopping you? After exams? You have breaks between that. If you say you don't have breaks, wait, I'll come to your college. How many of you are on internshala from here? Hey, किस दुनिया के स्टूडेंट्स हो? हैं?
Hyderabad is but some process they're asking
हाँ.
and their application process they're asking. But I applied, but they not respond some my legal work.
अच्छा, in the legal space they've not responded. हाँ. Well, Internshala is a free website,
Yes, ma'am.
right? That gives you paid internship and unpaid internships. All companies put their internships there. You go take your internships from there. There are many such websites. Internshala, I know. Naukri for Campus. There are internships that are put there. LinkedIn, there are places people are asking for interns. There is no dearth of work. You may think you're too good for it. That's very unfortunate. First of all, stop it. There is nobody.
Sector also they're providing the internship.
Yes, a lot of government sectors are government sector organizations are providing internship. You might not get paid for it, but here's the deal: if you can afford to go there and come back, and the mode of transport is safe, you go there and do it. You don't have to have holidays. You don't have to have breaks. You've taken enough breaks till your 12th. Enough. Now build your resume. How many of you have a resume ready? Yeah? How many of you have done mock interviews after the resume? Some of you have done? Okay. How many of you have internships on that resume? Yeah? Yes, very important. Live projects. How many of you know what live projects are? Huh?
A company currently underdoing something and they allow you to take part in that and allow you to maybe,
You know, the good thing about live project companies that give, it's remote. You can do it from wherever you are. Tell me what stops you from taking on a live project? Huh? Yeah? College. College, huh? Do it in the evening after college, no?
They are not allowing us.
You don't have to. Which college are you in? Oh, you are saying no to live projects?
For internships, they are saying
No. Live projects. How about live projects? What are you learning in OU?
we are an environmental science.
I'm really talking to your professor. Huh? This is really a little shocking because CSR teams, ESG teams, and all are looking at people to do projects, are looking at people to put data together, right? All ESG teams are looking at it. So you should really look at doing live projects with organization. They'll be more than glad to have you. It's a great thing on the it's a great thing on your resume. I'm not saying no, but more than that, it's a great learning for all of you to understand what is happening out there. You'll be so much more confident in an interview when you're answering questions because you've done something. The problem with live projects or internship is you can't put it on your profile till you have done it. Because that is exactly what any HR person will go after. And then you're in trouble because they'll go after that and you will not know anything. So if you're doing it, do it properly. Internship, live projects.
What is the difference between internship and live project?
Mostly internships are in person. You have to go to the company and do it for a particular period of time. And a lot of it is paid. Live projects is something that is given where you can do remote. You don't have to go to the organization most times. That is the difference between live and internship. Online.
Is there any specific in a live project remote, like any local or any particular place?
Internshala. I have picked up interns from Internshala. It's not very difficult. Certifications. How many of you invest in certifications? Thank you. Good to see. Good to know. please look at certifications. Please look at doing these certifications. No reason to not do certifications. Right? Now, if you tell me I study this, what should I do? I'm not such a... I do not know each of your lines of work. Right? But yes, certifications. How many of you have built your personal brand? What is your brand? I'm sorry?
Building.
I haven't built a brand, but I do write.
You do, right? Yes.
We are building.
You're building. So your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and your portfolio, right? And what does your portfolio have? This is what your portfolio has. The kind of work you've done. Anybody from design here? BDes, MDes, no? They actually, this is the thing that you should be building, your personal brand. So somebody talks about you tomorrow, you're going and speaking somewhere or you're talking to people. When they look you up, they should be able to see what you've done. That's such an impressive thing for somebody starting their career. How many of you know today none of the recruiters for laterals will look at your profile as much as they'll go and look at your LinkedIn profile? Yeah, when I'm being hired.
Checking to their personal data, like what they send the resume.
Is that what is there on the LinkedIn profile? Are you lying about it? Is what your LinkedIn profile saying and your resume saying the same? How active? Whom are you following on LinkedIn? Who are you conversing with? Whom are you talking with? Who are you commenting on? All that data is being generated. The way you respond to people on LinkedIn, what is it that you post on LinkedIn? What is it that you're interested in LinkedIn? That builds your portfolio. Right? How many of you have a LinkedIn profile? That's nice. The rest of you, please make one. Very important. You're going to make a career out here. Please don't look at jobs. Please do not look at jobs. Look at careers. So, while marks get you shortlisted, what we started with, right? Skills get you hired and mindset keeps you going. Once you land a job, please don't get comfortable. Please do not say, okay, ab job mil gaya, chalo. Sukun nahi hai. You'll have to stay in the job, please understand. All of us are very, very, very replaceable. So how relevant are you in today's market? How do you keep upskilling yourself? What is the narrative you're building around yourself? When you walk out of the room, what is being spoken about you? In terms of your skills, not in terms of how you look or what you do. In terms of your skills. Are you on top of your game and knowing about your area of work? Or are you just you studied, you got great marks now. But nobody is looking at marks today. You can be a 99 percentile. No point. This time went to IIM A and IIM C, Calcutta and Ahmedabad, right? You have the best. Everybody is a 99.8 percentile upwards. Best brains in the country. We interviewed 5 people and took just one person. Literally just one person. Why? The other 4 didn't have the attitude of wanting to be able to work, wanting to do the hard work. It is the attitude that kills. Well, I have nothing more to say. Thank you for being such a lovely audience, but open to taking questions.